In this Sailing Doodles, we take Maverick to an urgent vet visit, and when our house battery bank fails, we have to replace them before we set sail again. This season of Sailing Doodles features Taylor and Bobby as we set sail with Maverick and Goose for the Caribbean. In the previous episode, we left Annapolis behind and set sail south down the Chesapeake to the Solomon Islands and the new to us 1989 CT-56. Well, our first day on the water, nice, super calm place, but the batteries didn't even hold up overnight. So the batteries are dead, too low to even start the generator or the motor. I was hoping we could get a little time out of them, but no. The batteries are 3 years old, they're lead acid, but they were left unmaintained for 2 years. And you have to maintain a lead acid flooded battery, so they're done. So we'll wait for the solar panels to get a little light so that we can charge it up, and then we'll start it. We'll probably just go to a marina here, and then go buy about $3,000 worth of batteries. How was your first night out on anchor?
It was good. Halfway through the night I was like worried that maybe we were like dragging or something, but I was like, nah, no, we're fine.
There's like zero wind out here,
yeah.
So it's like super calm. Plus this boat weighs like 63,000 pounds, so it's nice and stable in the water.
It's just that like lingering paranoia because it was my first night on the water, but no, it was really good. I slept good.
Well, let's take the dogs to the vet and check out battery prices. So, oh, and just because you guys have been so awesome in the comments lately, and especially about my fashion, I bought a bunch more white sunglasses just for you. Maverick had been a bad dog and got into 2 boxes of treats and ate all of them. This gave him a pretty bad case of diarrhea, and when blood started showing up in his stool, we needed to take him to the vet right away. We think they'll live. Doctor said it's probably nothing, but he got a finger up the butt and got some stool samples, and we'll see if he's okay, but he thinks he's okay. So, all right, let's go back to the boat. With what the doctor said and Maverick's high energy, we felt he was okay. So there are 8 Trojan 6-volt lead at 100 and something amp hour, 200 amp hours, but only at 6 volts, so 100 amp hour regular batteries. And they're lead acid, which is a hassle. And they're in there and they're really hard to get to. Like the last 4 batteries are hard to get to, so it's really hard to fill the water, and it's just a pain having to find distilled water and all do that. And they're not holding charge, so we're gonna replace them. That's still the best deal I've found. Sam's Club has 105 amp hour AGM 12 volt batteries for 175 bucks. I need like 8 of them, so, you know, you do the math. Well, I'm going from a 6 volt system to a 12 volt system, so basically I gotta rewire everything too. Not a big deal, it's just a pain in the ass. I've already pulled out 4 of the batteries, but the other 4, I mean, go way back under there. There's no other way to access them. I gotta crawl in here. But I mean, having lead acid on this, I mean, I saw where they were purchased. They were purchased down in the Caribbean, so they may not have been a very affordable solution other than lead acid. But man, AGM is the way to go. You don't have to maintain them, because I mean, like if I had to put water in this every month, gosh, just getting in here to do this would be a pain. So now I have to like
go into the land down under.
Son of a... Alright, so we got 8 of these Trojan lead acid guys here, and then this is just a starter battery. And here's all the cabling for it. Now, one thing you want to, I'm going from 6 volt to 12 volt. That's because they run 2 in series, and then they parallel the rest of them, right? So they make, basically, there's 8 batteries. They make 4 12 volt batteries. Now I'm going to run everything basically in parallel instead of series because I want it to be 12 volt. So one thing to consider is that you don't want a longer cable hooked up with a shorter cable on another battery. It's more efficiently charging the batteries if you have all the cables the same length. So what I'll do is I'll cut these cables, and then then I'll have a lot of short ones, but that's fine because I want to run them in parallel. Now we got to load all these up onto a cart, and the cool thing about the marina here is they have courtesy car. She's been my helper with tools.
Kind of, sort of.
Goose has not been doing anything. Oh shit! Okay. Woo! there a World's Strongest Man competition that does this? I'm just saying.
So we've had to take the Marina's courtesy car to go and get a rental car to go and take the batteries back and get new ones. So it's kind of turned into a bit of a mission.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us, I mean, because it's like round trip, getting the batteries is like 2 hours, and they say it's an hour max in their courtesy car. I'm like, well, you know, okay, thank you. But I get it, but it's a bit of annoying. That's all right. We need the car though, because we need to be able to go to like Home Depot to get dog ramp stuff, and so it'd be nice having a car for a couple days.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
We ended up having to rent a U-Haul because we had some problems with the rental car company. So finally, after spending half the day trying to accomplish that,
Batteries are already loaded. I don't know.
This is what we got.
Took too long. We need to check on the dogs. I need to grab phone charger, and let's head to Sam's Club. 9 of them. One of them's a starting battery, and then 8 house batteries. So they're 105 amp hours each. So you're looking at 840 amp hours. AGM, no maintenance. Have to rewire everything for 12 volt, but whatever. This work.
Come on up in the U-Haul.
All right, we got all the batteries down in there and all the cables there. They're all about the same length. Gonna run them all in parallel and hook them up to the buses and see how we do. It's not easy. Have the room all put back together. It's feeling nice in here and homey again. Both banks are charging just fine. 14 volts on one and 14.15 on the other. Alright, we're putting sails up. We're gonna look like we gotta attack my pirates with cannonballs because there's like holes like literally like that in the sail. So, you ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, we're sailing right along. We made it. We're doing it. We don't have the head sail yet. We're waiting on I turn the corner a little bit and then we'll, man, fishing boat, come on dude. I'm sailing. After dodging a fishing boat and turning the corner, we unfurled the head sail and we were sailing. Pretty much the best place to be. This is awesome up here. Underway, sail power alone, headed to the Caribbean. Well, Goose is currently getting a haircut. I'm not sure.
Don't make fun of it.
Yeah.
I've
Goose.
only done one side.
How you doing, Goose?
It's a self-care day. He's being a very good boy.
So we really had last time we stayed on anchor, really had a hard time getting the dogs up and out of the boat from the dinghy into the boat. So I'm going to make them a doggy boarding ladder. I just went to Lowe's, bought this like quarter sheet of plywood, and I will show you how I'm going to make this into a boarding ramp for the dogs. It's a pretty simple design, just a few holes and a few lines, and we're good to go. Okay, so this is the nearly finished product. So I got these stainless washers here to keep the rope from coming through. So I just tied a little knot in there to keep it in the right space. So it's gonna be easy to store. You can like just ship it behind something, right? And a little bumper here that's just pipe insulation. You can use a pool noodle. We just zip tied them through there so it's bumping against the hull, won't scratch anything. And the way this is gonna connect is these two lines will be kind of short up against the stanchions there. I'll have these carabiners that we'll use to clip on, and I'll measure them the correct length, right? So this will be towards the hull, and then this part will hook on further up the boat, so it's not going to tip, right? Because it's further up the boat where it's going to connect. And so it should be a nice stable platform that the dogs can jump on there from the dinghy, which should be about halfway up the boat, and then they can easily get on board the boat from there. And going down will be the same way. They can land on this before going into the dinghy. So we will try this evening when we, so it'll sit kind of like this on the boat, and it's nice and stable. Hopefully it'll work. Taylor is a great musician and makes the sailing very entertaining.
Are you guys ready to try your new doggy ramp?
Yeah, so we're gonna try it out here, see how it does. All right, Maverick, you're the beta tester. Come on, Maverick. Come on, Maverick. Here you go. Come right here. Maverick, no. Maverick. Maverick.
Goose, do you want to try it?
Come here. Come here, right here.
Good boy.
Come here. Come here, right here. Come on. Maverick. Come on. Goose, come here. You wanna come here? All right, come step right here. It's okay. It's okay. There you go. Yeah, I need to pull that just a little tighter. Thank you so much to our patrons for making this channel possible. We are posting behind the scenes videos exclusive to our patrons a couple times a week.